Hi all, and welcome back to this last episode in our Crusader Kings series, The Glory of Al-Andalus. Last episode, as you probably remember, I was able to avenge the Battle of Tours, that by taking over all these pieces of land in the southern part of France. And I did ask in a few episodes ago, what should I do after I get that achievement? Well, one of the fun things was that a couple of viewers kind of suggested why not make a time lapse of this and see if how long will Hispania or Hispania survive till 1453, kind of the end of the Middle Ages, kind of end of normal games here in Crusader Kings. See if they will be able to survive. See if our family will still be in charge of it all, or if there has been a lot of changes and things like that. And also how is the faith concerning that part, and of course our culture, which you have up here. So yeah, we will see. So only thing I can say for now is time lapse is coming up, so sit back and enjoy it, and afterwards we will just see and check what happened and what not. So for now, have fun. Well, here we are. We reached 9th of January 1454. Oh yeah, I'll probably stop it a little bit earlier at the end, so nine dates back. But hey, this is how the world looks. Kind of 350 years later. Fun fact is though that you do see Iberia over here. We will take a look at it later on, but the Holy Roman Empire still exists up here, and the Byzantine Empire. But yeah, as you probably have seen as well, the Empire of Iberia collapses, Holy Roman Empire collapses, the Empire grows, and Mongol Empire has been around for a very long time as well. So yeah, I am quite surprised that they are there. So first thing first, we're just gonna zoom in a little bit because this is the area that we are talking about. We are gonna check the faith. So let's see how that looks. Well, the Ashari faith mainly still around in the bigger part of the Iberian Peninsula, also went down a bit, but we also got a big Orthodox faith over here, and that just came in with Romania. Well, it also has been part of the Holy Roman Empire, so yeah, that was, yeah, you can't really stop it. We also did lose the Ashari faith over here. Yes, we didn't have them all, but we had a few, and the rest was kind of converting him itself. So yeah, it is not that bad, but I didn't expect at all. The culture, let's see, yeah, our culture still exists. Andaluso-Baranese, as you can see, it's still there, even a little bit less than it was before, because it came to here, I think, if I remember it well. But besides that, not that bad, not that bad at all. We got some, this is over here, Barani, Astronomies, Baranes, it's kind of probably all kind of extended from this one again. So not bad, not bad. Now the big question, of course, is our family still in charge? Or the family I was playing with? Seeing at the coat of arms, we don't. And I'm not surprised about it, as around 1230 I think the empire collapses. So we are gonna check that right now, the title history. Let's see. Yeah, this is my house. I kind of stopped playing with this one, Malik the Avenger, as you can see. So and from that on, so 1066, we went on and on and on and on to 1233, and there you see that the empire title is getting destroyed. So probably there has been an uprising, and yeah, well, people weren't happy and things like that. So this was kind of the last real emperor. His son was his heir. He inherited the title, as you can see, but yeah, 3 years later the empire fell and it was all over for him. Fun fact is that he kind of, the only things he could have was the mosque of Setúbal and the village of Al-Isbuna. I'm not sure where that one is. Is it? Oh, that is Lisbon or Lisboa, Lisbon. Look at that, city is quite evolved. What happened to our capital? That was over here somewhere. That was this one, Coimbra. Look at that. Huh. It's also pretty big. Up here. Yeah. So yeah, so he kind of left with that one, that title. But then I wonder, like, how did the family go on afterwards, of course. So just gonna check a little bit. This is the last living member in the house, head of House Banu Danis. So let's see, where is he now? He's along the line. He's the vessel of the current emperor, or the Malik al-Maluk. As you can see, ooh, you got a lot of soldiers. Nice. Fun fact is, if you check this out, there's no city left in the Iberian Peninsula. We are all the way down here. And we have a duchy. As you can see, we got the Chiefdom, that one, and that one, and that one. And I probably have a vessel over there, yeah. And that's the only thing we have left concerning our family. And yeah, it's like, it was the same for him. Same for him. And for him as well. He only had a duchy title. That was not even, oh, look at that. They even became adventurers. Look at that. And what his parents were Nice, Barcelona. That's all the way up here again. So let's see. It's down here. So they were a count there. And let's see. Yeah, his dad as well. Here was the Dutch of Provence. So they really moved around, as you can see. Same with him. Also, look at those. Look at the names as well. They really started to use French names as well. It's really funny. Really funny. He was also still the Duchy Duke. But he also got this one. That's still over there. Okay, so here kind of from him we lost the whole thing, and there we have the lost emperor of our family, 1168. Oh no, wait, we got one over here as well. 30. And he died when? 1208. And then 1218. 1230 indeed. So, and then his son came indeed. yeah. So that is quite fun to see that when we lost it all, we went first. We had the cities over there. But what happened? Because his son died early. That was his only heir. So we are gonna check this one out as well. What happened there? That also got revoked. Okay, looked at. He inherited, and he probably became the adventurer. That's probably the one who got over there. So you can. We started up here. We expanded all this down here as well, a little bit. Algeria as well, all the way up here, this area, and we ended all the way, or not all the way, but we ended down here, but taking away from all this to this, moving around to the French part over here, and then as adventurers we probably moved down somewhere over here again where we got some titles. So quite interesting. So our family is still alive, still part of the empire, even though we're not in charge anymore. So yeah, quite an adventure, quite an adventure. Well, if the people want to know what's next, I have been looking around because I do want to do something with the achievement again. And well, I found something interesting, but more about that in a new series, of course, which will be starting soon. But I'm also playing with the Egypt Bronze Age mod, some series, so, and of course Transportiva 2. So I'm not sure when I will start, but it won't take that long at least. So thank you for watching, thank you for being with me in this series, and I hope you had fun. At least I had. It was really nice to play from the other side this time, so get all the Christians out. So yeah, again, thank you, and hope to see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.